So let's say you're looking for a personal injury lawyer in Kentucky or Tennessee or Georgia, where our firm is licensed and practices, and you're wondering, should you hire a billboard lawyer? And I'm here to talk about some things that you may not have thought about in terms of why that may not be such a great idea. Now, full disclosure, right? I am a personal injury lawyer, a very small practice, 4 lawyers in our office. We're DRS law personal injury lawyers. The other attorneys are my dad and my brother, so it's a very sort of family-oriented, small law firm. So why is that possibly better than the big billboard lawyers? Well, here's a couple of things you might want to think about. It costs a lot of money to be on television, to be on radio, to be on the sides of buses, right? That is expensive. And those costs don't just disappear, right? Someone has to pay for them, and they get passed on to you, the client. And the way that they do that is a couple different ways, right? One is a lot of billboard lawyers will charge a higher fee than other lawyers. Give you an example. Our firm, if we do a personal injury matter, typically we charge 1/3 of the fee if the case settles, and it goes up if we have to file suit. I understand that some of these billboard lawyers charge 40% fee across the board, even if it settles, and even if a lawyer doesn't even really have to do any work on your case, even if it's all handled by a paralegal, they're going to charge you 40%. The other way that they pass on costs is in the form of expenses on the case and flat fees. So they might charge a really high just client setup fee that is higher than other attorneys would charge. And then a third thing to think about is a lot of these billboard lawyers have so many clients that the whole game is basically just a settlement mill. And to do that, they need to speed things up. And the way that they do that is by hiring outside vendors to do a lot of the work. I'll give you an example. If you hire us, like one of the lawyers, will be involved in your case and getting, for example, your medical records. But a lot of lawyers will hire a vendor that charges like $300 per healthcare provider to go get your medical records. So the advantage to that is that it's quicker. I mean, it's obviously quicker for me to hire someone at a cost of $300, but you're paying that, right? That's coming out of your settlement in the end. So all of these vendors and expenses that they run up on the file come out of your net recovery on top of the higher fee that you're probably paying, right? And here's the other thing. It's not like the billboard lawyers are magically getting you more money, right? The insurance companies don't say, oh, wow, this guy's on the side of a bus, we better pay him more. It doesn't work like that, right? You got to have a really good lawyer, and they don't care what your marketing plan is. The defense doesn't care, whether you have 1 million TikTok followers, for example. So that's just something to think about, that the other side isn't going to respect someone just because they have a big marketing game. Another reason you might not want to hire one of these firms is, and this is just a personal thing, right? But if you care about like who the lawyer is on your case, if you want some sort of personalized attention, that's when, the billboard big firms like that are not so great. And I will tell you a real story that I had, which was a client was upset. She had gone with one of these big TV lawyers. And over the course of her case, she had like 3, 4, 5 different attorneys and several different paralegals, because her case had gone from like pre-suit litigation, negotiation phase, and then it transferred to a different attorney and then a different attorney after that. And she was just kind of fed up with that whole process. So she called us and we were able to help her. But that's just something, like if you are that person who wants a relationship with the legal professional who's helping you and you have a case that's really important to you, then that's something to think about, whether you want personalized attention, because that's an area where the big TV lawyers are not going to be able to compete really with smaller firms who it is personal for us. We work with our family and we're going to be talking a lot over the course of your representation. We're going to get to know each other, so if that's important to you, then that's something to think about. So I hope this video has been helpful in explaining some of the things you might consider if you're thinking about a billboard lawyer and why that may not be the best choice. I mean, it may be a great choice for some, but for others, maybe not. And I hope you've gotten something out of watching this video. But thank you for watching. See you next time.